Car approaching, watch your mirrors. Right side's clear. V12, we estimate 3 laps of fuel left. Car in front lap time is a 209.48. Alright Craig, 15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes. Only 2 laps of fuel left. That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel. You've only got enough fuel for this lap. That's your best lap in this session. You're currently 1.4 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.26 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.43 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. This lap won't count. You've cut the track. Front left, 96%. Left rear, 96. The car in front has just done a 209.16. That's a new fastest lap for Lazarus, 207.75. There's a car approaching, stay in your lane. Okay, Craig, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. V14. You've got about 3 laps of fuel left. The track temperature is falling. It's now 36 Celsius. There's traffic behind. Take care rejoining. Yellow flag. Car left. Clear left. Car right side's clear. Okay, Craig. 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. New fastest lap for Edison, 207.63. Mind these track limits, please, Craig.
Right.
Two minutes to go, 2 minutes. New fastest lap for Lazarus, 207.60.
I can't hurry. Check that reading. Sorry, Jeff.
I'll just copy an email.
This lap will be invalidated. Watch the track limits. Checkered flags out, P14. That's the end of the session, P14. Exit's clear, stay behind the white line. Alright Craig, we've got 29 minutes to get a decent lap in. The track temperature is decreasing, it's now 25 Celsius. entry. Only 2 more laps of fuel. You're now 1.3 seconds off the pace. Sectors 1 and 3 are 0.31 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. On your right. Clear right. P5. We think you'll be out of fuel on the next lap. That puts you 1.6 off the leader's pace. Okay, Craig, you need to watch the track limits. In this lap, box this lap. Two litres left. Watch your speed limit in the pits.
Got nice track round.
The guy ahead's lap time is a 2:08.46. All clear, push now. Blue flag. flag. Blue flag. Fourteenth. 3 laps of fuel remaining. Yellow flag. Caution. Track temperature is increasing. It's now 27 Celsius. The pit exit's clear. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Sorry, man, I was trying to bloody pull it up, cold tyres, I locked them. I was trying to get out of your way.
Clear left. The guy ahead's last lap time is a 2:08.44. Fastest lap for Lazarus, 2:07.24. P16, 3 laps of fuel remaining. Track limits, this lap will be deleted. Two laps of fuel remaining. Okay, Craig, we need to watch these track limits. There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line. Watch your mirrors. Blue flag. flag. The guy in front has just done a 208.53. The guy ahead has just done a 208.60. Eighteenth. Don't invalidate this lap. Track limits. That's a new fastest lap for Lazarus. 207.16. That's the end of the session. P18. .30 seconds. .10 seconds. Your tyres are cold, watch out. Car number 517. This will be a standing start. Okay, Craig, be ready. Watch for the lights. Go! Left side. Clear left. On your left.
Come on, mate.
He's still there. Clear left. Car left. There's an incident in turn 5. Looks like Watson. You're in clear right. You're in the middle. Clear right.
I'll wait for you, Mr. Frederick.
Incident in turn 6. It looks like Bavra and Dawson. Clear all round.
I was rolling. Sorry, Ian.
No, I think it was all my fault. Sorry, mate. .13th place.
Okay, Craig, we've just cut the track. Car right. Clear right. There's an incident in Bill Mitchell Bend. We think it might be Paradin. B12. Alright Craig, the next car is Lawrence, car number 90, and their rating is 4.2. The gap behind is now 1.6.
Control R303. Lap 3. 10-4.
Keep it within the track limits. The next car is Edmunds, car number 284, and their rating is 6.3. Incident in turn 1. It looks like it's Cock. Stay between the lines, please, Craig. the track. Keep it nice and tidy. Okay, Craig, pit window is open. We don't expect any traffic on the pit exit. When we leave the pits, we think we'll be in P37.
Patrick. The gap to Adams behind is now 1.0.
12.
Okay.
We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Craig.
Sorry, mate.
All good.
How do you think that's a clever idea, man?
There's an incident in zone 14. We think it might be Smith and Klein.
Whereas the when you look at it, play lap 8 last one, 272.
P11. There's an incident in zone 5. It looks like hard.
Don't rejoin like that.
Left side. Clear left.
Sorry, Bonnie.
There's an incident in turn 8. It looks like hard. Yellow flag.
Yeah, you can come across Bondi.
It's smart, man. I thought you did, hey.
Car right. Right side's clear. Come on, Craig. Nicely done. Watch your speed. The pit lane speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour. We expect to exit the pits in position 29. Front left, 89%. Rear left, 90. Take care, there's a car approaching. Pit exit's clear. Car ahead is Bradbury, car number 65, and their rating is 1.4. The gap to Klein behind is increasing. It's now 1.1 seconds. We expect you'll be coming out of the pits into clear air. We should come out into position 35. A few seconds behind de Klerk. There's an incident in Canada Corner. Looks like it's de Klerk. P21. Left side. Clear left.
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
Control car 08, man.
Gone out of track limits, keep it between the lines. Angel is pitting from position 14. We should come out a little way behind you. Okay, Craig, don't be intimidated by this little shit. Make him work for it. P18. Car left. Clear left. Lazarus, car number 1, is leading the race. Track limits, watch those lines. Bradbury, behind is pitting. Fastest lap for Lazarus, 2:08.07.
Thanks, brother.
Nice move, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
B16. Okay, Craig, the next car is Klein, car number 192, B licence, and their rating is 3.2. Gap to Klein ahead is increasing. It's now 1.1. Seventeenth place. Car left. Clear left. On your left, clear left. That's disappointing, but shit happens, keep pushing. Alright Craig, we've gone out of track limits, keep it between the lines. The guy in front is Colin, car number 316, C licence, and their rating is 2.2. The gap ahead is now 1.3. 16th place. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Car left, clear left. White flag, we'll need to pit to serve the penalty. this penalty in the next 3 laps. Last lap. Car left. Clear left. On your right. Clear right. We've got 2 laps to come in for this penalty. Left side. Clear left. Right side, you're on the left, 3 wide. Clear right. Incident in. Turn 8, you think it might be? Bowman, clear left. Two litres remaining. P14, there's the finish. Good drive.
Great race.
You too, mate.
Oh boy. Well done too, by the way. David Baz, the winner of the open split in the end, I believe it was. Yes, got the job done there. Held off Jason Wilkins and Greg Heaney. Dale Sharp got the better of Dale Atkins on the final lap as well. So Atkins dropped from 3rd to 5th in the open split in the final couple of laps. Eduardo Zamora, Richard King in behind him. We'll have a look at the results. Can we just have a look at the qualifying results firstly as well, Matt Schmidtke? Can you bring them up for me just so that we can see? Here's that run of the line. Atkins got it loose off the final corner, and Sharby's just plowed up the outside, just vaulted up the outside. Also might have got a little bit of a toe from Greg Heaney as well. No time for Brendan Whittaker, Joe Baldwin, Trent Lovis, Anthony Abshead, Greg Levine. Okay, so 3 of those didn't even bother starting. That's fine. It was only Joe and Trent that were burning from the stern, which means that Eduardo Zamora plus 14 will be most positions gained for the race, ahead of that man there, Dale Sharp, with 13. And that was as far as the open split was concerned. As far as the elite split was concerned, 11 for John Akers, 11 for Rodney Gollan, 10 for Adam Lavis, and that's it. So it will go Eduardo Zamora the bonus points for the open split, and John Akers up 11 spots into 10th outright, the bonus points for the pro split. elite split with regards to the bonus for most positions going during the race in round 7 of the Pantech Industries Porsche Cup. Let's deal with some rather sad news off the top here before I get into the post-race show, ladies and gentlemen, because we've been dealing with far too much sad news throughout the course of this season, and more again this week. And I don't want to finish on this note because I'd rather finish on a more happy, cheerful, positive sort of note, and we'll do that by going around the grounds and looking ahead to a big weekend in motorsport. But my little mate from Gundagai, Craig Bond, joins me at this particular point, and I'm going to hear from him and get his take on the race in just a moment. Well, like Trent Lavis, whilst we're here after GT3, Bondy sent a shout out to young Joseph Bianchini, who was not in a good way, had suffered a health episode in the lead up to the race meeting that Bondy, of course, won in KA4 Junior over the course of the weekend there, the Black Plate event in Griffith. I was partway through my trip home on Tuesday, and we opened up social media to find the news that Joseph has in fact passed away. And it's sad news, and it's absolutely shattered the entire karting fraternity here in Australia, because Joseph was a young star on the rise that was competing in the Karting Australia Nationals. Recently, of course, the championship visited our neck of the woods here in Ipswich. Bondy, being a mate of Joe's, will say something in just a few moments' time. But I wanted to cover this off and send our condolences, because I had the great fortune actually of chatting with Joseph shortly after he carved up at the Riverina Cup in Griffith last year, when I was down there for Karting New South Wales before they went back to being sanctioned by Karting Australia. Made the 8-hour trek out there and made the 8-hour trek back. And unfortunately enough, I was attending a funeral the very day after that event. So there's a real sort of weird connection to talking about that event and now talking about Joe's passing. Being a teenager, it's not the sort of news you want to be reporting. It's tragic. It's very sad. There's a lot of people doing it very tough the last couple of days as a result of this rather sudden and unexpected departure of a young star that was on the rise in Australian karting and was going to be a name to watch going into the future. Unfortunately, that's been cut incredibly short, and that won't come to fruition, and we won't have the chance to revel in any would-be potential future success of the young bloke. And it's a really sad time, because we're sending our love and our condolences to the Griffith Kart Club, to their members, to the family of Joe Bianchini, to all his friends as well, and anybody else that's doing it tough in the wider karting community as a result of this news, because especially his parents too, because the age-old adage that parents should never have to attend their children's funeral. They're going through something that no one should ever have to go through at the moment, and we want to wish everybody down there the very best, because it's going to be a very difficult time for those. And he was such a lovely guy. He was the life of the paddock, always so welcoming, hospitable, and welcoming, and so I've said the word welcoming twice. I apologise. But he was always so cheerful, welcoming, happy to catch up with you. And I only met him once, and that was at that Riverina Cup that I just mentioned. But everybody else has spoken so lovingly and so positively about just his general mannerism and the way that he went about his business in the karting paddock, and success or not, he was always a young gentleman off the paddock. So we want to send our love and our best wishes to everybody down there in regional New South Wales at the moment, because it is truly a very sad time. So, Bondy, I wanted to bring you in at this point in time, because I know you were feeling it particularly tough when the news came through on Tuesday, knowing that things weren't crash hot when we spoke to you on Monday night either, mate. We'll get to your on-track result in a moment, but and obviously once we know any tributes to their party, of course, information with regards to celebrations of life, etc., and so forth. We will pass that on, ladies and gentlemen. But Bondi, as someone that considered Joe a mate, we feel for you at the moment, buddy. But no doubt it would have been nice to go out there and pull victory off and tip the hat in Joe's direction tonight. You weren't able to do that, but it's been a bloody tough week. It must be difficult to put that to your back of your mind and focus on the task at hand, but at the same time, um, it's nice to have something to distract you at a time like this where everything is just really, really sad. I can't hear
Can't
you at
hear
the
you,
moment, boy.
Craig.
Can't hear you. I can see the light on, and I know you're there, buddy, but I actually can't hear you at the moment. I got Trent Lavis and Greg Heady standing by. I'm going to let the Dragons nil in the NRL. Greg, am I allowed to spoil the AFL for you?
I checked it before, and I'm kind of glad I didn't go tonight. So go right
You're
ahead.
lucky. 11-8-74, Carlton leading Essendon 7-6-48 at the moment. Are you there now, Bondi?
We can
lights are
see
on.
we can see you blinking. We just can't hear you, mate.
Yep.
Is this working now?
That's better. That's better. We've got you now, mate. So yeah, again, from us to you, condolences. We know you're doing it tough, buddy, but just sum up the feeling, the vibe, the mood of the last couple of days, because I know this has been a huge shock to not just you, but everybody else closely connected to Joe and the Bianchini family.
Yeah, well, you said the lead up to this really well, actually, Zach. So yeah, not much more to add on that, except yeah, it is really sad news, and rest in peace, Joseph, and best wishes to his family. But he was a great driver, great talent, and it's really disappointing because when there wasn't much competition, he was always there to give me that battle, and honestly, he would have gave me that challenge on the weekend, and yeah, it's real tough.
Yeah, and that's the point too. He was meant to compete on Saturday. His medical turn actually happened on Friday night. So there was already, a tinge of sadness in the paddock, knowing that was unfolding whilst the event was happening. And no one wants to see it end this way. It's truly a very sad time for Australian karting. No doubt about that. And no doubt there'll be some tributes at the next round of the Australian Karting Nationals in Joe's direction. So keep an eye out for that when the 7+ coverage kicks in on the Father's Day weekend. Bondi, must be terribly difficult to try and put the sadness this week to one side and focus on the task at hand. But by gee, you had a good bloody start until you ran into all the trouble that the HCS boys had caused.
Oh, tonight's, yeah, it's been a rough night. Last night was definitely way more difficult with all the Joseph stuff. Tonight I was probably able to get past that better, and was having a really good chance at something good tonight. But yeah, just too many incidents. One was because of me early in the race, and then I've just been getting in all the mess in incidents sadly throughout the race. So it's not a way I wanted this race to go tonight, but hopefully we have better luck next weekend for the rest of the season.
Mate, did you hear from race control with regards to the incident with Jared Knight? Because I mean, we had two looks at it. The first look didn't really give it away. The second look would have suggested that Jared had nothing more to do there. He wouldn't have been able to give you any more room if he tried. Did you just go a smidgen too early in trying to overtake him? Did you chop him off?
Well, there's no race control, and I've got 3 reports.
Oh, okay. Oh, good luck with that.
3 reports to submit after this interview, actually. So, yeah.
Okay.
I know I'm an ultra aggressive driver. You know that, Zach, and I think
True.
I just was too aggressive.
I've raced Formula One with you. I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's annoying. I think I put myself in a lot of difficult situations like that, but I thought I had the somewhat gap, and then I've left him probably 0.99999 car widths instead of the full one, but yeah, we'll see what race control has to say about it, but yeah.
All right, mate. In saying that, though, take the positive out of the negative. You had some good pace. You were up 7 positions early on. Things looked to be going well. Obviously, it's unfortunate to run into those incidents, but you would have been happy with the pace you had early on.
Yeah, I thought a top 10 was actually going to be on tonight, and wherever ended up finishing before my drive-through penalty, post-race, whatever you want to call it, comes in. I was actually, I think, got to 15th or 14th stallion, which was a really positive part, and would have loved to get myself up so much further, but is what it is, and yeah, we'll move on.
All right, mate. I don't want to hold you up too long because I know there's. Oh, no. Jared Knight's chiming in saying, sorry, Pondy, whether he thinks he was to blame for that incident or not. Truthfully, I mean, I don't know. We'll get a replay of it shortly, the full extent of the incident between, Jared Knight, his teammate, Adam Hayne, and whatever else was going on down there. We'll get a better look at that. But yes, Knighty was hard up on the inside of the next quarter. You wouldn't have been able to believe your luck having potentially 2 positions gifted to you, but then getting caught up in that didn't help matters. In saying that, mate, you've walked away with 12th provisionally. Again, we stressed there was no race control tonight. They've got some tape to review tomorrow, not just from this, but from Formula V as well. So everything we announced beyond this point is provisional. Give us your thoughts on what comes next, mate. Are you heading out to Dubbo for the karting out there this weekend, or is it a weekend off for you on the karting front?
Sadly a weekend off since we don't have money to go to Dubbo this weekend, but
yeah,
I've got work and that's not going to be fun. So yeah, now I've got a bit of testing on Sunday morning, and then into racing weekend up next weekend instead.
Yeah. Matt Schmidt, could you mind just rewinding that back about 20 seconds to the start where the HTS boys come to blows, and then letting us have a look at that all the way through if you can, please. He is on the inside there. Adam Haynes, the one that's gone wide. He's got it all crossed up. Lawrence tried to take evasive action. That's poleaxed Knighty in the wall. He's had nowhere to go. Knighty's then limping away from the scene to the next corner. Yeah, and that's how that's happened, unfortunately. And then Haynes got another clip through on the. Oh, it was just messy. It was unfortunate because I mean that genuinely took 3 contenders out of the top 10 fight, and the 4th, if you include Bondi being an inadvertent bystander there. Benny Pedersen, welcome to the conversation. Can we delete this YouTube video? I don't want to see that pit stop ever again. Mate, the one moment of the night, unfortunately for you, but well done on second nonetheless. Bondi, bad luck tonight. Well done again on the black plate earlier in the week. We're thinking of you with regards to Joe Bianchini. Of course, we know that once tributes are held, you'll be attending, no doubt. We look forward to following your progress when you get back onto the racetrack. Does that now mean, with no racing in the real world variety this weekend, that we'll see you back in a Super Formula entry tomorrow night, or a Formula Ford even?
Super Formula, since I've got work early on tomorrow night, which is bloody annoying, but should be in Super Formula. Might give Australian Wheelie Spin Tour a go again, hoping for something better than previous weeks. And yeah, there is meant to be a tribute to Joseph on our cars once I'm given permission.
Yep. Copy that.
As far as I know, I probably won't be making his funeral due to karting commitments, if it's the date that I've been told. Copy
that. Well, you'll keep us posted accordingly, and I'm sure that there'll be a stream that people that seems to be common practice these days, that if you can't be there in person, you can watch a stream of it. So once we know the details, I'm sure they'll be readily available. We can be slow pit stop buddies, says Ryan Jones to Ben Patterson. Jonesy, Andrew Dyson dobbed you in straight away and said that you'd lose your battle with Sam Muir on the pit roads. So he was proven to be correct. Can we just have a look at the race results again, please, Matt Schmidtke? Because I feel as though I've stitched myself up there. Because for whatever reason, I'm getting a replay of the timing screen as well as a replay of the broadcast instead of just having a locked timing results screen. So I said Bondi actually, I knew I was wrong when I said Bondi came through in 12th. That was Adam Lavis. Bondi's come through in 16th position as a result of all of the garbage that we just mentioned there earlier. 90 recovered for 7th. Again, we stress most of that is provisional because we didn't have race control on deck tonight. Lazarus's winning margin, 8.85 seconds. Sam Muir held off Jonesy. Credit to Jonesy. He fought back, actually. The deficit, the advantage that he gave Sam Muir through the pit stop, he had an invoice to redeem, and he reeled it in pretty well, but ran out of time to finish the job. And Harry Lawrence in for the top 5. He's been impressive so far too this season. Hayden Smith, Jared Knight, Jeff Adams, John Akers, and Patrick Klein, the top 10. Bondi, I know it's been a tough week for you, mate. We'll let you go. I know you'll probably tune in and watch the end of the GT Pro race tomorrow night once you're done with Super Formula. Good luck with that. Good luck with everything else that's coming up. Good luck with the work as well in the fast food industry of Gundagai. And when's the golf game resume, please?
When I can find time, when I'm not racing virtually or real life. So I think the last time I played was a month ago. So got to swing club again soon.
I love it. Very nicely done, mate. Great to catch up with you. Thank you again for your time throughout the course of the evening. And well spoken with regards to Joe as well. Good luck for tomorrow night, and we'll catch up on Monday night when I'm back in the booth.
Yeah, thank you, Zach.
Drift Odds Photography. Can anyone teach me how to gain 5 seconds on lap? Oh, the banter's rife on a Thursday night, isn't it? See, I told you we had to do this bit first because it would get out of hand if we tried to do the serious bit last. And Greg Heaney's here. Trent Lavis is here. Greg, stand on by. Coming to you in a moment. Hey, Trent. Burning from the stern goes all right. 26 spots gained, 7th, 8th place. Well done.
Not too bad for literally not turning a single lap until lap 1. So I was relatively happy keeping out of all the mess at the start there and just found a groove. And I didn't start obviously finding the pace or anything like that towards the end of the race, but I had pretty good pace there, doing low 9s, high 8s. Yeah, maybe I'll give these things a bit more of a touch later in the year. And baseline setup went all right.
Well, that's that it was open setup until we told you so. And does that then, the positive result that you've had here and the good showing that you've been able to put on for us at home, we were constantly checking in, watching the totem pole, seeing plus 20s at one more point next to your name, plus 30s before you came into the pits. Does that entice you to maybe entertain the idea, when time permits, of course, to have a bit more of a play with the Porsche and see what you can do?
Oh, only if time permits, but I won't have time to develop setups and all that sort of rubbish. So I'll never be like ultra competitive, but I'll jump in for a bit of fun and give some people a bit of a hurry up if I get the opportunity, that's for sure.
All right, mate. Very nicely done. Now, actually, you mentioned racing commitments that are coming up. I'm actually surprised you haven't been approached about running a Hyundai Excel at their Enduro at the end of next month to invest in one series. One series out of all of our offerings. What would that series be and why?
For GSRC?
Yeah.
Oh, good question. In terms of investing my effort. Oh, good question. In terms of investing my effort.
And attending every single round. Trying to put a championship together.
Present or future?
Past,
right
present,
now, future.
What we've got at the moment.
Geez, I don't know, mate. That's a hard one. Let me have a think. Let me have a look at the calendar. I don't even know what everything's on yet. So let me have a squeeze.
All right, you do that. And then maybe give me a future suggestion as well, because the committee's always looking for ideas.
You know exactly what my future suggestion would be, mate.
Do I?
87 NASCARs on road courses would be my absolute king.
I'm sure Joe Baldwin would be right there with you on that. Unfortunately, as you might have heard earlier, he's stepping down from the president role of the president role of the GSRC. So I'm not sure how much weight his opinion will carry going forward with regards to circuit selection and calendar assignment and alignment. But no, it'll be it's certainly a suggestion put forward that Greg Heaney and Matt Schmidtke can take on board. 87 NASCARs on road courses, boys. I reckon that'd be well attended on a Wednesday or a Friday night or a Saturday night even. There's
Maybe the
always-
first couple, but I reckon it'll whittle out pretty quick. They're hard. They're not easy to drive, so they are a challenge.
They are indeed. All right. Stay there with me, mate. Coming back to you in a moment as soon as you've got an answer to that, because I'm interested to hear what you come up with. In the meantime, let's bring Greg Heaney into it for a moment. Is it just me, or did Dale Atkins gift third position to you there at one point in the open split race, please?
No, we had a cracking little battle going on between us two, between myself, Dale, and Dale Sharp as well. No, I think it was just a little bit of back and forth and slip up through one of the corners, and I managed to close that gap back up. And then I was flirting with the drive-through. I think I was sitting on 14 incident points by the end of the race. The 4X off a thank you for a rear contact from somebody probably didn't help the cause, but and then just compromising the downforce off the back of the car a little bit just to take a bit of drag off, but it was it was on edge for us. And I think I was probably just pushing it a little bit too hard, but no, it was a good little battle. And yeah, Dale come up beside me on the last lap, and he's like, "I want it back," and I'm like, "All right, well, if you want it back, I'm going to fight you for it." And yeah, then he had coming into the last corner, he gifted Dale Sharp the position because he had a bit of a rear lockup and ended up running it a little bit deep in the corner. Still kept it on the road, but lost out to Dale Sharp.
I've just had a thought of something that I'd like to see on the subject of what I was talking to Trent Lavis about. I mean, he'd like to see the 87 NASCARs, but go one number down from that. We haven't seen the Toyota 86s on our GSRC platforms for a while. If we're going to go back in the direction of one make and make it a one make Thursday, if the Vs have to part way for a little bit so that we can bring the Toyotas back, I reckon they'd go all right too, given the amount of numbers that we've been seeing in real world interest as far as the Toyota 86 scholarship and obviously Premier Series is concerned there for them at this point in time. Trent, have you had a chance to have a look through that calendar yet?
Yeah, I still don't know what I do. Probably Formula Ford would be a good one, and Formula V. They're always good fun. Yeah, that's probably my answer. But in terms of future, definitely some sort of the NASCARs on road courses is just a heck of a lot of fun with a decent length race. They homage to the 2020 series we used to do. Used to get 45 people or 50 odd people on a Friday night with plenty of tins under the belt and 1.5 hours of trying to muscle a NASCAR around road courses. So that was a really good time.
Indeed it was, back in the very early days of what we now do here, 4 nights a week, 4 terms a year, 40 weeks in total. The platforms of the Gentleman Sim Racing Club. You just have to bring your old mate Chris Whitaker back with you.
If they came back, he would be tearing down the wall, the paint to get home and jumping for a steer, I'm sure.
Indeed he would. I'm hoping
he'll polish up a nice chrome door for me too, I'm sure.
Absolutely. I'm just waiting to see if he's actually going to get his real world car back on the track in the next couple of weeks when we go out to QR for the next round of the Production Sports Car Championship. But Road America, was it Road America that enticed you more to have a steer of this thing tonight?
It was part of the reason because it's a track I knew. Like if it was something like Zolder, I would have probably packed it in. But I knew Road America pretty well, and first thing that shocked me about the car, because it's literally the first time I've driven it, is the brakes were crap. Like, literally jumped on the brakes. I did jump out for the end of quali, and I got like checkered flaggers or eggs of the bits. I jumped on the brakes at turn 1 at like the third cone and just sailed off into the sand trap. I'm like, oh, this is not ideal. So, for lap 1 was ultra interesting, that's for sure.
Indeed. And no doubt weaving through the traffic gives you a good opportunity to, A, make the most of the misfortune of others, but also practice your overtaking skills.
Yeah, no, it was good. The people were pretty respectful in my little mob that was coming through. Had a good little battle there with David at the end as well. Had a good run on him. The setup I had a lot of really low downforce. I was rapid in a straight line, so I don't know if that was detrimental to me or not, but it definitely helped with the overtaking, that's for sure.
Indeed, it did. Hey, talk to me about your thoughts on, because you're listed as an elite split competitor here, so you've obviously been attributed to a Porsche split in the rare few occasions in which you have turned up to steer them, mate. Do you notice any differences from the last time you drove the Porsche, or has it been too long between drinks?
I think I drove it once, like, what was the track? It might have been Catalunya, potentially.
Yep.
But that was like 2-3 years ago, maybe. I did one race and I did okay. I think it was top 10.
Indeed. We'll have a look at that in more detail very soon, I am sure. Once we get a chance to get off air and dig back through the archives and have a look at exactly where and when it was, mate. I'm sure Adam's already over that information for us. But have you had a chance to go and have a steer of the Bend on the iRacing server yet? Because that's dropped since the last time we caught up with you in Porsche circles. Least of all, I know you missed the Formula V round there because you're at Road Atlanta, and that was the one that followed.
I haven't bought it yet, mate. So
Come on,
it's
Trent, what are you doing?
on the. Oh well, I literally turned the computer on this afternoon after 28 days, according to my Windows update schedule. So, yeah, it was a bit of a last minute spur of the moment. Said, oh, why not? I think I was actually eating dinner during qualifying for the V's. So that was interesting.
And I remember when we caught up. Actually, I must say thank you, by the way. When we caught up at Lakeside a couple of weeks ago, when I was kicking rocks and cursing the ongoing bureaucratical political BS of the joint. When we caught up there, I actually caught up with your far better half in timing. And I mentioned earlier that if 9 times out of 10, when you're on the broadcast now in a competitor capacity, she'll be tuning in. So we've given Emma a shout out already. We've said hello to you. But I must say thank you, because I had no idea until she said that she was actually a viewer of the GSRC through you. I had no idea that you'd already established that connection, but more importantly, introduced her to the Rip to Tear Rush bust of what we do on a Thursday night, least of all the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as well.
Yeah, I think she was watching tonight. She might still be watching. I'm not too sure, but she's always keen to keep an eye on what we're up to, and obviously listening to yourself as well brings back good memories for her.
Good memories of needing to reach for Panadol, no doubt. But in saying that, no, mate, and any way we can expand and extend the reach and broadness of the audience, and the number, the quantity. I was trying to think of the right word. Quantity of the audience. We'll take it. So no, good to have Emma on board. Good to have you on board. And obviously, we look forward to hearing back from you once you've gone to Time Attack in a couple of weeks. But as you say, that's 2 weeks' time. So next week, let's remind everybody of where we're off to next, please, Matt Schmidtke, with regards to the Porsches. It's not Donington Park National. It's Algarve. Yes, Algarve next week. Unfortunately, you missed Shell V Power, because that's... So no excuse, no reason to buy the Bend just yet for you, Trent, because it's on the week you're not here. But Algarve next week, Portimao, Portugal. Your thoughts on doing the double next Thursday night, the V's at Donington, and then Portimao for the Porsches?
Ooh, Portimao. Could do. That'd be my jam.